Let's get the bad news right out of the way. This airline will soon be gone, but luckily we have models like this, so we can remember the good old days. And with that, hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where today we'll take a closer look at an Airbus A330-300 of Asiana Airlines. At the front of the box we find a lovely image of the aircraft in real life, underneath which we find the Asiana Airlines branding. Then on the back side of the box we have the image once more. We are provided with the original dimensions of the aircraft as well as some additional information. So that's it for the box. Let's take a closer look inside and at the aircraft model inside. And here she is, the Airbus A330-300 in the current and probably last livery of Asiana Airlines, as the airline has been bought and is currently in the process of merging with Korean Air. And while the process of merging the two airlines is taking a little longer than originally anticipated, the express goal is that the only brand remaining will be Korean Air. This also means that the airline, currently member of Star Alliance, will probably at some point leave the alliance and perhaps even join SkyTeam. So in the near future, the only thing that will be left for us to remember this airline with are models like this that was produced from Herpa Wings in 2007. So let's take a look around to see what it has to offer. Now, on the vertical stabilizer we find the Asiana Airlines color scheme as well as the South Korean flag. On the fuselage we then have the writing of Kumu Asiana Group, which at least used to be the parent company of the airline, as well as the full registration code of the aircraft type specification, and at the very tail of the aircraft a little bit of detailing around the APU exhaust. At the front of the aircraft and across the fuselage we then have the writing and branding of Asiana Airlines. We find a Star Alliance logo, of which the airline still is a member, but as I mentioned, it's more likely that the airline will join SkyTeam soon. And underneath that we find the UNICEF branding, which the airline is supporting. The cockpit section itself, well, it doesn't offer much. It has the cockpit windows, and that's about it. Also, the engine nacelles, well, it doesn't offer that much when it comes to printed details. It has the same grey color as the fuselage and the silver leading edge. And actually also the physical detailing isn't as nice as with more recent releases from Herpa Wings, especially from the backside. Not that happy about it. The front is fine. Here we can very nicely see the engine fan blades. From the engines we can then move on to the wings, which we should definitely also take a closer look at, starting off with the top side, where we can see the different flaps, slats and spoilers have been carved out very nicely. We have different shades of grey for additional detailing, and we can find the full registration code of the aircraft. This we can then also find on the underside, and also here I think the physical detailing is rather nice. And also the winglets look particularly great with the Asiana Airlines color scheme printed on. The landing gear is the standard landing gear that Herpa has been using for years for all their Airbus A330 models. That's not a bad thing because the physical detailing itself is actually rather good. What I am missing, however, are some printed details, especially around the front landing gear, but Herpa only does that with Herpa Wings Club models. And then last but not least, we do also have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here in the backside of the aircraft, and here at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Airbus A330-300 in the current standard livery of Asiana Airlines from Herpa Wings in scale 1 to 500. And what can we say about this aircraft model? Well, the model definitely doesn't boast with details, but I don't want to be too harsh with it. After all, it is from 2007, and what it offers us is pretty much the standard at the time, and to be honest, it's not far away from what we get today. So in my opinion, the aircraft model mainly lives on the merits of the livery. Personally, I really do like the Asiana Airlines livery. I think it's a very beautiful one, and it suits the A330. And what we can also say is that the mold of the A330 from Herpa Wings is really damn good. I don't think that many manufacturers can do much better than what Herpa has done here. But ultimately the question that needs answering is, well, is it worth having in one's collection? Well, personally I would say yes, but I do like the aircraft, the livery, and the history behind. But as the airline is soon to disappear, I can also understand if someone says, no, I'm gonna save my money. Now with that, we have reached the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like, that would be very much appreciated. And of course, if you're new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. With that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching, hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.